start with a little 1D. A little 1D to get things going.
All right, you're gonna pause it. All right.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, welcome to tea time.
Cheers. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you,
guys.
I love the sound that a tea sip makes, by
Yes.
the way.
You can't really, I mean, you can sip coffee, but kind of not really.
Not really. I mean, I'm not a coffee drinker in general, so I've never sipped it.
You know, I was thinking about it this morning. I was thinking, we always talk about, like, tea on Tea Time with Team Epic Reads, but I'm actually more of a coffee drinker.
She is.
I am.
She's got one of those fancy presses.
So we're just checking in here on Twitter, and if you guys can't hear us or the connection is bad or whatever, just tweet at us. We had some issues last week, but we just want to make sure everything's running smoothly.
Hi.
Hi,
Melissa
everybody.
Brooks, she's here.
Hello.
Oh, no, she's missing it. I'm sorry, Melissa.
Oh, well, shout out to those who are not watching it and
but
watching it later.
Does everybody say you two look comfy? We do.
We do. Do you like our little setup? We have a little picnic going. Our blanket is a Snuggie.
We got some snacks.
We have some pillows.
It's not tea time unless I'm putting food in my face.
I know. We were gonna have like a picnic, but we realized all we had were like 5 chips from Chipotle. So
that works too. Whatever.
It's close enough. It's close enough.
Allie says it's like a sleepover.
It is like a sleepover. So the last couple of tea times that we've had have been like we did Why Jeopardy, followed by Sarah Crossan, followed by Live from Lauren Oliver's Place. So we thought this time we'd just sort of chill out, hang
talk
out,
about books,
and just talk about books. Since there's a lot of new books out,
there are tons.
There are tons of
and
books.
we've been reading a lot.
Mm-hmm. What are you guys reading? Pardon my talking and chewing. My mom would be so mad.
You guys tweet at us what you're reading so we can kind of talk about it. We'll go through what we are currently reading, and what I'm about to pull up is going to make you jealous. I usually try to wait until everybody can read it just so I can nerd out about it with you, but this one I could not. The Elites! I'm this far in, guys. I'm this far in. Well, like, yeah, it's good.
I'm super jealous. I actually haven't read the selection yet, but I'm going to read it because in a couple of weeks we're going to do a selection week, and for tea time we've got a...
You're going to be the newbie?
Yeah, I'll be the newbie, and we've got a selection dress.
We do have the dress from the cover of the first one.
That we will wear.
Margot fits in it. I don't.
Barely. Only if I not breathe or eat for a week.
I love it. I love me some Maxon. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm going to caress it and hold it.
Well, in the meantime, while you're caressing that, Christina at Our Pats is reading Breathe by Sarah Crossan. Hope you're enjoying that.
Are you loving it? Did you watch with Sarah? She's a master of all things teas.
Astrid is reading Reached by Ali Condi. Ooh, Katie Mazur is reading The Sky is Everywhere. I just finished The Sky is Everywhere.
You loved it.
I loved it. I'm on a total contemporary, like, realistic fiction kick, and I just finished The Sky is Everywhere, and I loved it. So, awesome. Let's see what else.
I keep saying I want to go on a contemporary kick, and then my dystopian just keeps coming back into me.
Dystopian is so, I mean, there's a lot of dystopian out right now.
And I know. And I'm like, that's kind of my nerdness. It speaks to me. It speaks to me.
Well,
Margot, what are you reading?
I am being a bit of a book slut this week. I'm reading 2 books.
Oh God, they're both so good.
I know.
So different ways.
I'm finally getting around. Ooh, money just fell out of my book. I'm finally getting to Shatter Me.
I did it. I convinced her to do it.
She did. I have this weird thing when I'm reading Shatter Me where I want to read it out loud in a British accent.
Oh, that's really
I don't know why, but there's like certain sentences that I read that I just feel like should be read out loud.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just the way that she writes that.
I love the way she writes.
So this is like one of the, I'm sort of savoring this one. Like I read a little bit and then I'm like, okay, I gotta put it down. I don't want to read it too quickly. So, and then I am going to be a newbie for the Gone series by Michael Grant, and so I've got a lot of books to read. So
I started reading the Gone series on a plane because I'm a nervous flyer, so I always try to bring like books that are a distraction.
Yeah.
The Gone was not a very good distraction. It just made me even more anxious and nervous, and I was like, ugh. Although when I got off the plane, I like kept reading.
Nice.
It's
well,
good.
Apparently this paperback edition is like some sort of special edition because in the back there's an excerpt for Light in there, which
is the final.
Which is the final book, and they, like, it's just, like, not out yet.
Yeah, anywhere.
Like, anywhere.
Ooh, do you want to read the first? Spoiler alert! Margot's maybe going to read the first line.
I'm going to read the first line, so... Gaia had started a fire in some twigs that Diana had gathered. That's the first line.
It's not a spoiler.
Not a spoilery, but that's good because apparently we've spoilered people before, so
and we're sorry. We will try to be better about it. I'm checking in the Twitter, and Jessica Jackson says, "I love the Gun series. I love it too. It is much more brutal than I was expecting when I originally picked it up, but it is so good."
I didn't realize it's been out for a long time. Like the first book came out in 2008. I don't know when the Hunger Games came out, but like I feel like these precursor books to the Hunger Games, like Gone and Ugly series, like I'm just now getting around to them. They're awesome.
They're like Hollywood really wanted to make these movies. But apparently, from what I hear, Michael Grant was like a real stickler because they wanted to age it up. But he was like, no, what makes it good is that it's like 13-year-olds having to battle.
That's true.
I
can see that.
I'm getting over a cold, so I apologize for my gross hacking for the rest of this period. Brittany says, I bought a copy of Gone, but still need to read it. How is the series? Brittany, it's good.
It is good. I'm only about 30 pages in, but like it starts off like the very first sentence is like, boom, you're in it. It's no like slow build up. You're just like there. What's it?
Everyone, they're saying they love the pillow. You guys like the pillow?
Yeah. I think we're gonna do a contest maybe because we need a little logo for our tea time chat. So maybe we'll do a little design contest, and the winner will get like an Epic Reads prize pack with like a little mug and a pillow and maybe a little Snarkles clone. Oh, I'm knocking everything.
So Emily at Emily Book World says, I have Gone on my shelf but still have to read it. There seems to be a lot of people that own Gone but haven't read it yet.
Well, we're doing a 2-week like readathon for the whole series in about a month. So
you'll read it with Margaret because she's
schedule it in and read it with me. And
now's the time.
Yeah,
because the series is coming to an end. And there's a lot of books to catch up on.
There are a lot of books. Right? 7 of them. Yeah. And they're not short. These are big bad boys, so.
Woo!
Alright, so we have, last week we weren't able to talk about the new releases, because we were at Lauren Oliver's place, which was
so much fun.
Her apartment is as awesome as you would expect it to be. There's art everywhere, and she has cool rugs, and like, photographs on the walls and books.
She's definitely like that cool person that you're just like, oh god, I wish I could be. Like she's got a cutting board from Japan with like a shark skin on.
Shark skin.
Yeah. That a sushi chef like gave her because she's just so cool.
She was like, I want to get sushi in Japan. So then she went and did it.
It's. I mean, she's
Lauren
just
Oliver,
like, tell me everything.
Yeah. She is baller.
She's awesome.
But I'm embarrassed for saying baller. All right.
So, but in the meantime, there was a lot of books that came out.
Yeah.
I don't know the order of these. So these books came out in the last 2 weeks.
Those two.
Shards and Ashes. It's I'm on the dystopian kick. It's the short stories of, they're all dystopian. There's some big baller names in here. Melissa Marr, Veronica Roth, Margaret Stohl, Carrie Ryan, Rachel Caine, Kelley Armstrong. Come on.
I heard that Melissa Marr's story in this is like uber weird and like messed up, but in a good way. But like, I think it was Monday Mom's review, and she was like, it's disturbing, like, but awesome. So
I loved Veronica Roth's story in here. It's not in the like Divergent world, but it's like she's just mastered, I think, the scariness of what a dystopian world will be, and she's got a new kind of world that she built in here.
Well, that's exciting.
Which is good stuff. Also, a lot of these authors, check them out on Twitter because a lot of them tweeted excerpts from their stories with the hashtag Shards and Ashes. So you guys can check that out and get a little taste for yourselves.
What else do we have new this week? Mind Games. That came out last week. Woo!
Mind Games.
Kiersten White. This is a one-sitting read.
Yeah, it's
you will
fast.
Fly through it. Not because it's short. I mean, it is short, but it's also because it's just like non-stop action and
it's another one of those from different points of views. So you just kind of flip through it. And it's good.
Yeah, it's between Fia and her sister Annie. I think it's Annie. But yeah, it's alternate point of views.
Yeah, Annie.
There's a second one. It's just 2 books. The second one's coming out, I think.
Did you guys,
year or later this year.
Has anybody read Mind Games yet? Tweet at us. I'm going to check in
at us. The winners of today's giveaway for this Tea Time Chat will be getting a signed book, which we'll talk about in a minute, but they'll also get these cool Mind Games stickers. Well, it's just one sticker, but you'll get a sticker. Yay!
Allison at the Bookish Feminist says Mind Games is a one-sitting read for sure.
What up?
And Stephanie,
Yes?
loved Mind Games.
Did she heart it?
All caps.
I can't do that thing. Heart? Is that a heart?
I can do it.
There we go.
Heart.
There we go. Where's my
I
heart?
heart it.
There it is.
So yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff.
And then
new stuff this week.
we got Scandal. It's part of the Ivy series. It's a contemporary, like, fun,
Two authors.
yeah, they're real pretty.
They are real
and they
pretty.
both actually went to Harvard, so I think it's Harvard.
Did they go to Harvard?
Yes,
Yep.
they went to Harvard, so it's about, like, their,
That's cool.
they, like, kind of fictionalize the funness of what it is to be an Ivy League college and the drama that goes in. You know.
I imagine there's a lot of
I
drama at
imagine
Harvard.
there's too.
I went to college in Boston, and occasionally I would go by the Harvard campus, and I'm like, this is a weird place.
Pack your candy, yad.
Harvard yad.
Harvard yad.
Also new this week, Fragments, the sequel to Partials by Dan Wells. I read Partials. I really loved it.
Yes, you did.
It is different from most dystopians because it's more of like a medical thriller, and I'm kind of bizarrely attracted to like medical science things. So the idea of these like genetically modified superhumans, which apparently could be a real thing someday, it's very intriguing to me. The Partials had like minimal romance, lots of action, and it was set in New York, Queens and Brooklyn, which was awesome. They like go into deserted Manhattan and have to like, oh, it's good. Anyway, so the sequel, I don't want to be spoilery. So the sequel, Fragments, is out. It's a big book.
I haven't read the series yet, but Margot has gotten me
It's
on the hook with Fragments because she's like, it gets real sci-fi.
It's Fragments, like Partials is more actiony, whereas Fragments, at least I am about, this is the third book I'm reading. I'm reading lots of books this week.
Yeah.
But I'm in like first 200 pages, and it's more so sci-fi and like techie and mysterious, and it doesn't lay everything out right away. You kind of have to figure things out for yourself. So
loves.
So Fragments is out. Anybody else love Partials?
Molly just tweeted, "I love Partials."
It's so good. I think it's one of those I think it's just like one of those series that like a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah, it's under the radar, as they say.
It is under the radar. But Dan Wells is going to be on the Pitch Dark tour. It's going to be mostly all along the West Coast, and that kicks off actually next week.
Yes, it does.
It
and
does.
we're going to be doing a Twitter chat
on Monday.
On Monday. Dan
won't be there
because he's in Germany.
Lucky him.
So, okay, I am cheating on the Elite with Pulse currently as well.
Pulse,
which just came out
Patrick Carman, yo.
yesterday.
I love this cover.
I love this cover too. And it's good stuff. It's again another dystopian.
But it's got more of a romance as opposed to like the Partials series, which doesn't, right?
They're starting to be
a romance.
They're starting to be a little bit of a romance. There's two guys. She just kissy faced one of them in the part that I am. But it is it's like a not too distant future. It's not like 300 years.
Right.
It's like 2051.
Oh.
So it's like they're all using tablets and they're kind of still in regular schools.
Oh, they're using tablets, eh?
Yes.
I love
and one of my favorite scenes in there's just like beautiful, it's like a well-written scene about somebody reading a book for the first time. Like what it feels like to touch it.
That's
and I was
cool.
just like, I definitely am somebody who prefers books over.
Yesterday, I was like mailing out all the ARCs for the winners, and I was sitting there and I was just sniffing Requiem.
Oh yeah, you're like,
I was like, oh, it smells really good. And she looks over, she's like, what? I'm like, the ink smells good. Sometimes ink smells weird, but the ink in Requiem smell good.
This one smells good.
This one does smell good. Want to swap book?
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Pulse has a good scent, guys.
It's got a good scent.
It's got a good scent.
Patrick Carman, get it. Has anybody else gotten it? Look, compelling and original with pulse-pounding action and pulse pounding and a poignant love story. It's apparently they're telekinetic.
Oh right, they can make things move with their mind. Okay.
Yeah. Right now they're just like freakishly. I'm just figuring it out, and they're freakishly able to jump high.
Okay, if you only got to move one object
in my whole life,
in your whole life, like You have telekinesis, but it only extends to one particular object. What object would it be? People answer. Tweet at us so we can
I
see.
would move the state that my best friend lives in right next to
Whoa,
my state.
That's
I mean, if you're only
good
giving
one.
me one.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one.
What would you move?
Myself. I would be able to fly myself because airline tickets are really expensive and my family lives far away.
Ours are similar, yeah.
So
Similar. What would you guys do with telekinetic powers? Twitter's slow.
Nushrika asked, do you guys ever do subtle book sniffs at bookstores? I do it at used bookstores.
Yes.
Because you have to be careful, because if you go to a used bookstore and you pick up a book, it could be moldy or like really old, but I always do the sniff test.
You know, and it's also like, arcs don't smell good. I'm just going to say that out there.
The Requiem arc smelled good.
No, you were smelling
that
the
one
real
smells
thing.
weird. No, I was smelling a real thing. I can't even remember.
Arcs don't have, I don't know if it's a different,
Yeah,
I don't know
arc-
the process, but like,
here's another arc.
it's not the same. Maybe it's like the binding of this.
Oh yeah, that arc doesn't smell that good either. It's probably the ink and the paper. You know, we'll ask. We'll ask what the difference in book scents. Maybe there is like a difference.
Remember that perfume that came out about book scents?
Yeah.
We tried to buy it. It was like $100.
I love you, perfume, book smell, but I ain't got
I'll just rub
$100
books. I'll
for
just do
you. Yeah,
this.
just rub them all.
Book rubs.
Oh, we should go to a mall. You know how at the mall where they have like the perfume samples and the people are always like, oh, would you like to try this? And they just spray you. We'll just go to a mall and just like rub people with books.
Yeah, rub them. We should make a video about that. Amy just tweeted she would telekinesis for her phone. I never know where it is.
Oh, I lose my phone all the time.
Yes. Yes.
And then you're like, oh, I have to call my phone. So you try to find your friend's phone and they've lost their phone and then you're just like, poo.
Jamie says, I love that you're book sniffing. Jenny, do you book sniff? You should book sniff.
You should book sniff.
I promote book sniffing. Don't do drugs. Book sniff.
Sniff the books. Snort the books. No, erase
No.
that.
Okay.
Scratch that. Let's see. Cindy tells us that Demeter, the brand, has a book perfume. There is a line of candles that are all inspired by different classic authors. There's like a Jane Austen one, an Edgar Allan Poe, Henry David Thoreau. I forget who makes it, but it's like the library collection. They're really good. I particularly like the Edgar Allan Poe, but perhaps I'll bring it in.
You should bring it in. I want to smell it.
It's a good smell.
In terms of smelling books, I don't know how to segue this.
No awkward segue. Snarkles, lead us into the next segment.
Margot is a new
Oh wait,
book.
no, there's one more.
Oh.
There's one more new book.
Oh yes.
Crash and Burn. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the cover's
It's amazing.
it's embossed and it's a nice like matte paper. It's really nice. I'm obsessed with this cover. I love good photography, and this has really good photography. It tackles the tough issues. It's about a
especially in today's current
yes,
climate.
considering recent events. It's about a boy that is thinking about or planning a school shooting,
and somebody's
and the other half of the story is the boy who stops him. So that's not a spoiler. That's like
the premise.
So I'm really excited about this, but it's a hefty book as well.
This is literally as soon as I finish the Elite and Pulse, this is my next read.
And apparently, and it's not like heavy. I mean, obviously the subject matter is heavy, but like Michael Hassan manages to like write in. It's funny and like it's got really touching moments, and it's not so like you're gonna read it and just like be crying the whole time.
Our office is like buzzing about this book, and I've just been waiting. This is the one where I'm like, I'm gonna read a contemporary. I mean, this is heavier than. Thank you. This is going in my bag. See the perks of the job. I just say I want it, and it gets in my hand.
Okay, so this week is our last week where we are group hugging the Angelfire series. Have you read it? If not, you should read it. It's completed.
I was the newbie to this series.
She was the newbie. Aubrey read it.
It was my first Angel experience.
And my first Angel experience was Unearthly, so we both did Angel experiences at the same time. Although this is a little bit different because she's like a badass angel.
Yes, and that's what made me love it.
Yeah.
Like,
look at those weapons.
I just feel like sometimes, there's our lead dystopian girls that like, or sometimes our lead girls aren't comfortable with the responsibility or power that they've given.
Right.
Ellie owns that piece.
I like that.
She kicks it.
She's like, I'm gonna kick your ass and toss my hair at the same time.
I mean, there's a lot that she's figuring out, but she's super confident, and I love it.
I love confident characters.
And she's got two boys,
Caden
and Will. I'm Team Will. I feel like most people should be Team Will, but
what team are you guys on?
If you read tweet, and it's just good. They've got real good. The end of the second book broke my heart. I feel like that's typical.
Yeah,
but,
I've been hearing. Yeah, no spoilers. Sharon says Unearthly was her first Angel experience. Angels, I'm digging the Angel stuff. I think it's cool. At first I was all like, oh, Angels, but now I'm like, Angels, yeah, what's up?
So she has a badass weapon in it, which is a sickle. I don't know if you guys can...
It doesn't have a badass name, but apparently it is a badass weapon.
It's real badass. She uses the hook to, like, get into people, like,
If I had that weapon,
and by people, I mean, like, demons.
If I had that, I would use my sickle to get pickles out of pickle barrels.
Ha! Sickle for pickles.
So, anyway, she's got a cool weapon.
Yeah.
Weapon of choice.
What would your weapon of choice be, guys? Tweet at us?
Against demons.
Demon weapon. If you were going to fight a demon.
If you're going to fight a demon.
Or zombies.
Okay.
Or so zombie unicorns.
Well, that's you need a totally different weapon for a zombie unicorn.
I know. Well, it's just got to be your general... The world
for
is...
bad guys, what would be your weapon of choice?
The world is ending and you need a defense.
I'm going to go with the answer that I go with pretty much everything, and that's a katana sword, because it's a curved blade.
You know swords.
I know. It's a nice curved blade, and it's lightweight, and you can stab, you can turn, and... Oh, this is a weird conversation.
Yeah.
But yes, a katana sword. I will not go into details, because that would be weird. What is your weapon of choice?
I feel like, I want to say bow and arrow, but that's real cliche, but I like the idea of not.
If you could, like, do it Legolas style, where he does it really fast, but then he, like, shoots somebody and then yanks the arrow right back out and shoots it again. That way it's, like, unlimited ammo, then yes.
And then the other thing, if I'm not going to go that, then I would go ninja stars. I don't like having to get up close with people. I like to be far away. Like, bad guys over there.
Nicole would also choose a katana. What up?
Oh, nice. Devin says a katana too.
Hillary also bow and arrows. There you go.
Yeah. A flamethrower!
Lillian! Yeah. I think for zombies, though, I would want to get, like, a really long pole and then just have, like, a nice, lightweight, long sword so you can just poke them. I got the idea from reading The Forest of Hands and Teeth, where they're, like, stuck inside a house and the zombies are, like, surrounding them, and so they basically just make these makeshift, like, pitchforks, and they just poke them. And I'm like, that's a solid plan. You don't have to get near them, you can just poke them. Just go around and
awesome.
like, boop, boop, boop.
YA books. Survival tactics.
They are survival tactics. Did you guys see the article on Huffington Post about scientists in the UK or somewhere have created zombie cells? I don't know what that means, but all I read.
Why would you do that?
I don't know why you would want to do it, but the zombie apocalypse is happening, so read up on your YA in order to learn how to defend yourself.
Carly says the weapon of choice, that circle thing from Xena.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, spontaneous combustion. Oh my god. Okay, it's a frisbee. It's like a discus. But it's just a ring. Like, imagine a big metal sharp ring. Yeah. And it always hangs right on her belt. This is how much I know Xena.
I can visualize the belt.
And basically she frisbees it. It's almost like a boomerang. Because it goes around and it always comes back and she always catches it perfectly. And she has
I want that.
And she yells, she does this, like... And that, so Carly, you pick the most awesome weapon.
And I steal your weapon.
But I always wondered, how is it that it can slice everybody up, but she somehow manages to catch it and not slice her hand?
She's Xena warrior princess.
True.
Don't ask any questions.
True. I won't ask any questions. Let's see what else.
Come on, weapons, guys.
Weapons. Let's see, a machine gun. Now, I think guns, while yes, tactically are much easier to use than other weapons because you don't have to like be skilled at wielding them, but you run out of ammo.
Yeah, you do. You do.
You do run.
So you guys, group hug this series with me. I am just starting. Oops. Where are we? Wings of the Wicked. So come group hug with me. There's one more week left. And if you haven't picked up these series, if you want some BA fighting and some swoony, like, dark boys that, like, oh, God, when he, oh, yeah, it's good. It's good.
Andy says, if you've ever read Bleached, I want that sword that extends on a chain. I don't know what it is, but it sounds awesome. And it reminds me of Kill Bill. With With, what's her name, Yo-Yo? Is it Yo-Yo or Coco or something? Where she's got, like, the spike ball on a chain. Mm-hmm. Although, I feel like I would whack myself in the head before I'd kill anybody.
That takes skill. That takes skill.
Anything that's on a chain, I'm guaranteed to whack myself. And by whap, I mean kill. Anyway, so this week, I don't know if you guys follow the Broken Bookish blog. They started a meme, like the Top 10 Tuesday, which I'm sure all of you know because you guys are all awesome book nerds. But this week's Top 10 Tuesday was your auto-buy authors. Those authors that no matter what they publish, you're going to pre-order, you're going to buy it, and you're going to read it. And I thought that was a really interesting topic. So, what are your auto-buy authors? What are your auto-buy authors?
See, I feel like the same thing happens to me with music. Like, I need a legend before I'm gonna, because books they write different kinds of books.
Right.
So for me, I like go old school and kind of safe.
Yeah.
This isn't in YA, but I would always buy
That's
anything
fine.
Maurice Sendak.
Nice.
I mean, he passed away.
Yeah, Maurice Sendak.
I would do it. Anything. I'm there. I'm game. And J.K. Rowling. I bought a casual vacancy, which I was a little disappointed, but I think I'm going to be disappointed.
I heard she's coming out with like a kids series, like a little kids series.
Too.
So perhaps she will redeem herself.
Yeah. What are yours?
I have been thinking about this a lot. I think my auto-buy author, the first one that comes to mind is Ray Carson, because you all know I'm obsessed with that series. But yeah, I think I would Ray Carson, Lauren Oliver, I mean, Before I Fall, The Spindlers, like there were so many good ones that she's written.
Lauren Oliver is a really good one because she's got the arc of, like, she writes good contemporary, she writes great dystopian.
I think I would always auto-buy...
Hillary likes snorkels as a shoulder pad.
Yeah, you like that? Oh my god, we should get two. It'll be like the 80s fashion hedgehog wear. Tamora Pierce. I really like Tamora Pierce. She's a classic. I don't know, I feel like a lot of my favorite authors have only like written one or two series, so there isn't enough to like go on to tell if like, you know, maybe I don't know.
Lena says Gretchen McNeil. Gone with Words says Gail Foreman is totally an auto-buy.
Oh, Stephanie Perkins. I would auto-buy Stephanie Perkins.
Marissa says Veronica Roth, Ray Carson, and Kristen Kishore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would buy Kristen Kishore. Kishore?
Sharon says Tahereh Mafi. Yes.
What's up? Lots of Gail Formans.
Yeah. Margaret Atwood is a good one, too.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. If we're going adult side, it's Margaret Atwood all the way. I adore Margaret Atwood. Also, a lot of people tweet me.
Roald Dahl.
Oh, yeah. Roald Dahl. Oh, yeah.
No, I don't think he's alive. No, he can't be. That would be. Doesn't it always make you sad when you realize somebody's not alive anymore?
It does make me sad. The other adult author I always auto-buy is Christopher Moore. He writes all these like really funny, humorous books.
Yeah, I like Chuck Kolsterman. I buy because he makes me laugh out loud.
Yeah. There's a lot. Okay, well that's a good topic. Ooh,
okay,
snorkels. He left.
The other topic is what book are you willing to admit in front of all of these people that you have not read?
All right, the book that like everybody's read that you just. For some reason or another, you just haven't read it yet. This is like confessions of a book nerd.
We're gonna get a wrath.
I know. I'm a little scared about this. Okay. Do you want to start?
Okay, I will start.
Be brave, guys.
Be brave. Make
tweet
your
the book that
confessions.
you, tweet us your book confession. What book has everybody read that you just haven't read yet?
Here's the thing. I just haven't gotten to it, but I haven't read Hunger Games.
But have you seen the movie?
I have seen the movie, which makes it worse.
It's okay. That's okay. I mean, will you read it?
I will read it.
Okay.
But I have so much to read, and I know, but I feel like I know.
You already know it because everybody talks about it so much.
So every time I try to get to it, I'm like, yeah, but I know what's coming. I don't know what's inside these books.
That's true. Hunger Games is amazing. In fact, Hunger Games is the book that made me a reader.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wasn't a reader growing up. I'm very ADD.
No, they are real mad at me.
Are they all mad at you?
Oh, there are some people that said that they haven't read it.
Tara says that she hasn't read Graceling.
I don't know how to say her name. Bahavina G says, I haven't read Divergent. That's still new. That's still
pretty new.
That's still pretty new.
Sharon at Stars Aloft hasn't read any John Green books.
Ooh. Carly says Shatter Me and The Fault in Our Stars.
No hate. No hate.
No hate.
Here.
It's okay.
We respect it. You guys got a lot of books to read. No hate.
You don't have time. Does it feel good to get off? It feels good to get
it off your chest.
It feels good to get off your chest.
Make a pledge to read those books, though.
Yeah, I'm going to read them in time.
Okay.
Margot?
I'm actually okay with admitting this because I'm reading this Twitter stream and a lot of people also haven't read this.
Strong.
At first I was like really scared that you guys were going to, the town was going to come after me with pitchforks and fire, but I haven't read Harry Potter. I haven't read it, I know, and I have not seen the movies.
See?
Don't hate me.
Harry Potter is pretty much what made me a reader.
I know, it's probably what made all of you a reader, but
I was like that age where started where I was like, books are amazing.
See, I wasn't a reader back in the day. I am dyslexic and I'm really ADD, so I just never had the patience to read.
There are so many people that haven't read Harry Potter. What?
Oh, high five.
What are you doing?
The non-Harry Potter readers. But I
Gone with
say,
the Words has only read the first Harry Potter.
Yeah, I haven't done it.
Here's the thing, because you started, right?
My family was all like, you have to read it. So I was like, all right. And then I read the first 2 chapters and I was like, and I'm done. Not because I didn't like it, it's just because I wasn't a reader then. And
yeah, Hillary said that she's never finished either. The Harry Potter series grows and matures, and that's what I love about it. Because it absolutely growed and matured with me, so
yeah, so I'm sorry, Harry Potter fans.
And nobody's hating you.
All right.
Oh, Desiree, how could you not read Harry Potter?
Well, whenever people ask me that, because it comes up a lot when I'm just out with my book friends, and the answer I always give is that when I have children, if and when I ever have children, when they're of age to read on their own, we will read Harry Potter together. And that's my answer. And everybody goes, "Aw, no hating me any longer."
You respect it. You have a respect for it.
Right? Oh, I absolutely have a respect for it. And I plan on reading. I just haven't gotten to it.
Misty says no Harry Potter books or movies. You win.
I have a weird talent of avoiding things online or the internet. I just don't really know Harry Potter. I know who's in it.
Yeah.
But
can we talk about him at the Oscars? He was so charming.
Who's him?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, he was charming.
Did you guys watch the Oscars?
How charming was Katniss when she fell?
Katniss for the win.
Katniss for the total win.
We're obsessed with her, and we're gonna write a blog post about
other YA books.
We want Jennifer Lawrence in.
And what YA books do you want Jennifer Lawrence in? What characters?
Right now, I'm so in love with her. I just say all of them.
You know, I have to say, when she was initially cast as Katniss, I was like, ugh, who is this? Meh. And then now I love her.
Now I love her.
Now I love her.
Oh, guys, let's check in.
Daisy says she's never read Percy Jackson. I've never read Percy Jackson either.
Harry Potter is not a series to read out loud together. It's a series to obsess over and read super fast. Yep.
All right, I'll get to it. But
and I will get to Hunger Games. Those are 2 pretty big ones that...
Oh, somebody's saying that I'm such a cop-out because I haven't read it yet.
big commitment.
It is a big commitment. I'll get to it. I promise. I swear. I gotta find the time somewhere. I got so many other books to read.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're already book cheating with so many
I am
books.
book cheating. Okay.
I think that's...
Well, I
yeah.
just wanted to give you guys a heads up. We have a couple. We've got a few giveaways going on, Pitch Dark and Epic Reads right now. Rather than go through each one individually, here's the giveaways that we are currently doing. Dead Silence, The Final Body Finder, by Kimberly Durding. Vortex by S.J. Kincaid, the sequel to Insignia. Taken by Aaron Bowman. I read it. I loved it. It's very, like, Maze Runner giver-ish.
Yeah.
I know that's what, like, it says on the back, but it actually is. I totally support that sentence. Pretty Girl 13 by Liz Coley, which is inspired by the Elizabeth Smart case. And Period 8 by Chris Crutcher.
Which I read and I really, really enjoyed. It was a refreshing kind of contemporary. It's a little bit of a mystery too, y'all.
So that's what we're giving away. Go to our pitchdark.com or epicreads.com and you can enter to win these bad boys. Now, we have to give away today for this tea time. We have 5 signed arcs of Spellcaster. Look at the pretty.
Ooh, she's got a really good signature.
She's got a really cool. It's very loopy.
Yeah.
Very loopy.
Well, there's a lot of loops.
Look at those loops.
In that name.
Yeah, there is Claudia Gray. Yeah, I think it's the G. The G has got lots of loops. Anyway, so 5 of you will be winning Spellcaster. Yay!
Yay! It's witches.
Yeah, and
it's
you'll get your Mind Games sticker too. Witches, yes. We'll talk about this next week. The witches.
We like witches.
We like witches. Maybe we'll hold a seance. Oh my gosh, Ouija board.
A YA seance.
What?
And maybe we can get
the
Ryan
Divergent
Gosling
name.
to appear.
Maybe we can use the Ouija board to figure out the Divergent name.
Yes, let's do it.
Maybe the Ouija gods will tell us.
Because nobody else is.
I know, we don't even know what it is.
Apparently, it's named.
There is a name.
But they're not telling us because they don't want us to slip.
Because we totally would. We would totally just be like, we can't tell you.
So we don't even know.
It's this.
We don't even know.
We don't know. Anyway, thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Have a happy tea time. I'm going to eat chips.
What snorkels? Oh, I got baby snorkels.
I'll play off. Bum, 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 bum,
Bye.
bum.